You go out to eat to an expensive restaurant. You're really excited. You get there, the ambiance is great, the waiters are at your beck and call, out comes the long-awaited food, and it's terrible. You pay the check, you get your car. Are you ever coming back to that restaurant again? Probably not, at least if you're me. So the most important factor for getting into medical school is your GPA, and if it is too low, there's no getting into medical school. But if it is good enough, but still maybe average, you can still get into medical school as long as the rest of your application compensates. So, why is the GPA so important to medical schools? What happens if you have a low GPA? There's 3 things that it might show medical schools. Number 1, you lack intelligence. Number 2, you have a poor work ethic. And number 3, you lack maturity. It may not be all 3 of those things, it might be one of them. So how do you overcompensate? If your GPA indicates you have a lack of intelligence, get a good NCAT score. That's the single best way to prove that you have what it takes to cut it in medical school and beyond. If your GPA shows a poor work ethic, then make sure that your GPA has an upward trend to it. Medical schools will still let you in with a low GPA if the last 2 years are consistently A's and B's, preferably more A's than B's. If it shows a lack of maturity, the best way to compensate for it is to have a great letter of recommendation or 3, so that people other than yourself can talk about what a wonderful person you are and how much you have reformed from your former days of a bad work ethic and lack of maturity. So you can still get into medical school with a low GPA. Everything else, though, about your application needs to compensate for it so that you too can have a repeat customer at your restaurant.